Cursed Commentary, the podcast where we check into cursed hotels so you don't have to.
Yeah, each week we're going to pick a horror movie, dive into fear, the fun, and the final girl energy, and pick out whether we'd survive or not.
So, we're going to introduce ourselves. My name is Doomsday Cupcake, but you can call me Doom for short. I am a horror variety streamer on Twitch, and here is one of my best friends, Unicorn Taco.
I'm Unicorn Taco. Doom calls me Unicorn, but most people call me Taco. So you just call me Taco, otherwise Doom will delete your comment.
And so
I also stream on Twitch. What?
I was just gonna say,
what I do?
You're a potato, but
oh yeah, I stream as a potato on Twitch, so I'm a potato here. And yeah, so I stream on Twitch, and when I'm not streaming,
what are you doing when you're not streaming? Are you watching horror movies with me and talking tea?
Yeah, I like to drink tea and watch horror movies, so now we're gonna give you the tea on the horror movies.
Hell yeah, we are. So basically how this idea came to fruition is, we watch a lot of horror movies together. We like to comment on them. We think our comments are pretty funny. We think we're pretty funny. I mean, we might just be, feeding into each other. But, we thought it'd be a good idea to kind of, do a podcast on something that we really care about, which is horror movies and gossiping about horror movies. So we're going to kind of go through the horror movies. We're going to do a non-spoiler. We're going to do a spoiler section. And then we're going to go through whether we're going to survive the movie or not.
Yeah, and how many splats we give it.
So many splats. All the splats.
What's our first movie?
So our first movie is going to be Hell House LLC. So this movie took place in 2015. It was written and directed by Stephen Cognetti. So the big things about this movie, going into it, you're probably not going to expect a good movie, but you'll be surprised. So this movie was actually made on a micro budget. So it's an indie film with very low budget. We got like strobe lighting, we got scare actors, no CGI. But do you want to tell everyone what the plot of the movie is?
The plot of the movie is some friends go to an abandoned hotel in upstate New York, and everything goes wrong without giving any spoilers.
Yeah, and this movie
and they're recording the entire time, so it is like a docu kind of series.
It's found footage
in a way where it's kind of like Blair Witch-ish, where they're just constantly filming each other.
And a real cool fact about this movie is it is actually filmed at a real abandoned hotel in New York. And the good news is there's 5 movies total. You're gonna have us for 5 movies. Unicorn's gonna have to watch 5 Hell House LLCs and then newest one.
Quit after that and we retire.
No. We have to watch the newest one. It just came out in August. I'm so hyped.
Yeah, but it doesn't release for another week on digital.
Oh, well.
Exclusively on Shudder, I believe I read.
As soon as it releases at midnight, you and me, we're gonna make it happen. So this is the portion of our podcast where we're going to get into the non-spoiler section. We want to kind of give you some information on the movie. And then once we've given you the information on the movie, you can hit pause, you can go watch it, and then you can come back here and listen to the rest of the podcast.
Yeah, and before we super get into it, I just want you guys to know something about each of us. Doom is very structured. She's very Hermione Granger. I'm staring at a fully structured script in front of me, and not what to say, but like bullet points of like, oh yeah, this and this. And you know how Ron Weasley just like wings it? I just want you guys to know that's me. Sometimes I'm Harry Potter and I write some stuff down, but I'm just sitting here and I'm just like, damn, she did a good ass job doing all this. And I feel like she probably did this in 10 minutes. That's like the bad part.
No, I literally did. I like texted you. I was like, I'm gonna type up my notes. Then I typed it up.
No, it's crazy. I think at the end of this we should just imprint a piece of like what you did.
Small section.
Like just screenshot it and put it on the thing at the end, because you guys need to know. I'm just staring. I'm like, yep, And I'm just scrolling down with it like, yep, we're past this part now. I can go here. We've passed intros. All right, non-spoiler section. 10 minutes of talk. Got this.
I mean, I think the best part is before I got on, we like had nothing ready, and like Unicorn was walking through like how to set up like our background and put us in TVs, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but you know, we're getting scientific today. So
See, that's me. I'm very like, I literally, this background, I was like, I put it together in like literally 2 minutes.
so
This is not
fast.
going to be our background forever. We're going to figure something else out. But I was like, we just need something for now. We literally had nothing. We've known
Blank
about this
screen.
for a month that we were doing on this day. And literally, we did nothing until probably 45 minutes beforehand. I didn't even watch the movie until 9:30 this morning again.
No, listen, I literally watched the
I was like, that's
movie
enough time.
at 10 a.m.
We're also on opposite coasts. I'm on the West Coast and she's on the East Coast. So a lot of the times I'll have to get up early to do something to make it in time to meet her.
Which I greatly appreciate. I'm so thankful. Thank you.
All right, back to your regularly scheduled program that Doom so graciously put all together.
All right, so
Stop touching your screen.
So what this movie is giving grave encounters, it's giving paranormal activity, it's giving like any found footage, but think the lowest budget you can imagine. We got spirits, moving doors, moving mannequins, and you know what? What I really feel like makes this movie scary despite being a low budget is the house feels like its own character. Like, to me, the killer is the house, like the hotel. It's not like whatever evil entity that's within it. It's the hotel that is the killer. What do you think?
I think the one thing that does make it scary is actually the hotel.
Yeah.
Like the stuff inside, I feel like we've all been in places like that or seen movies where we're like, oh, I would not go in there. And comparing it to Grave Encounters, I feel like it's like production wise, it's a step below Grave Encounter. So like, it, like at first, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, this is ridiculous. And then the more like I watched at the end, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
the slow parts are worth the end.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it definitely comes across a little clunky and a little awkward, but I think that's almost what makes it so human. Is because like going into the hotel, you can clearly tell it's a abandoned hotel. Like the windows are kind of broken, there's cobwebs everywhere. It just looks a mess. And that's why I think makes it feel so realistic. Because in a lot of films, like horror films, you see this family in like basically a huge ass house or like a mansion, and you're like, how do these people afford this house? This is a nice house. But this place feels like where they would set up a haunted house.
Yeah, and there's stuff around it too, because they don't film just in the hotel. Like you'll see like that they are like landscape, like where it's just like they're outside, they're in, and like everything that's outside you can tell is very abandoned as well. So you can tell like it's just an abandoned like area with maybe like one or two things that's like actually really open, but people probably don't go there unless they're local kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like this is worth it as like a, if you're new to found footage, I do think this is a nice first watch. You don't have a lot of expectations going in, but you know, we don't have too much shaky cam. It's very easy to digest. It's a relatively short film. I think like you're looking for something to show your friends, this is definitely it.
Yeah, I think it's a good starter if you haven't. It's like, yeah, it's definitely a step below Grave Encounters, but like camera wise, a step above Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the cameras are a bit newer than back then. So.
And this is no way an endorsement, but if you have Amazon Prime Video, it's free on Amazon Prime Video. So it's an easy watch.
And I watched it on YouTube. So if you have YouTube Premium, it's free on there.
Nice.
I don't like commercials, so
yeah, I
watched it free there. No, I don't like commercials. I watched it for the free.
You know what? When I hear people watching like actual TV on the TV and they have commercials, I'm like, that just literally sounds like a ring of purgatory. You know, like I can't get with it anymore.
You sound like Shane.
No.
He was complaining about like we were gonna watch The Mummy, and he's like, "Do you have the Peacock with no commercials though?
I
Because
love The
I
Mummy.
can't stand ads." Like,
Oh, I mean, I get it. I get it. You know, we're in an era of streaming. If I'm streaming and I'm subscribed to a service, why is there ads? We don't know. But
no, it makes you better. Makes you better
it
to
makes me
sit through the
stronger.
ads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Mm-hmm.
endurance.
Yep.
Oh, man, I don't know. But if you haven't seen it
Do you
yet,
think,
oh, go ahead, please.
I was gonna say, do you think it's worth the rewatch?
I actually watch it every year. And whenever I'm introducing my friends to found footage films, I make them watch it, aka you in Seattle.
No, we watched this one in Las Vegas at TwitchCon
We
with
did.
Tay and Mega.
Oh, did we watch the sequels in Seattle then?
We watched
like
you made me watch the prequel. You made me skip over 2 because you basically said it's not good, so I'm not excited to watch 2.
I mean,
and then we went right into 3.
It's like
and then prequel, I think.
It's like the middle of like a book series. Like when you start out a book series, I feel like the first book's always great, and then the second and third books are kind of like meh, and then the last book is always amazing. So it's just you got to get over the hump.
I personally think it's worth one rewatch, and then that's probably it. I don't think like if somebody like next week was like, you have to watch this, I'd be like, I just watched it. Like
I'd be like, let's
I'm
do
good
it
for some time without. Yeah, I'm good. But I do think it's worth the rewatch only for the simple fact of like, okay, now you know what's gonna happen, so like watch it again to see like the little things that you miss. Kind of like how like Sinners, like I watched that a couple times where it was like, oh, I didn't even notice that the first time. Like you'll notice things
like
the second
Haunting
watch
of Hill
through,
House, like with the ghosts in the background. It's so good.
Yeah.
But so right now, if you haven't seen the film, guys, please pause, go watch it, come back, and then we want to hear your thoughts for sure, because we're gonna talk about some Abaddon Hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a fly in my room.
Yeah. So let's start with what we know about the movie. The characters. There's one girl, Sarah, and there's 3 guys, Alex, Mac, and Paul. So the town is literally named the Abaddon, which, fun fact, means a place of destruction or hell in Hebrew. So that's a huge red flag. Also, Abaddon is the name of a demon. So that can't be good. That's like a red flag.
I feel like the characters were desensitized to all that, though.
Yeah, they just didn't care.
Because they had already done so much stuff that I feel like they were desensitized to anything that they're like, oh, because nothing happened before. They're like, oh, it's a silly thing. It's going to be fine.
I do feel like
they learned their lesson.
They took like an abnormally long time about talking about Brooklyn. Like upon the rewatch, they spent like 20 minutes talking about Brooklyn. And I was like, well, maybe they're not scared because they made haunted houses in Brooklyn? I don't know. Why are we even discussing this? Like, so basically what they do is, you know, there's a documentary crew and the Abaddon Hotel, and what happens is we start the movie with the opening night. So there's a huge disaster on the opening night. We don't know what happens, but basically there's all these news reports. There's a reporter trying to find out what actually happened on the night of Hell House. So what happened on the first night of Hell House?
I feel like you're quizzing me.
I am.
Like, you just watched it. What happened? The first night, nothing happens. I don't remember. Like, they just, like, because they even say, like, they don't stay in the hotel at first because they don't have any power running. So nothing really happens. Nothing crazy, like, happens until they start staying in the hotel, which I feel like whatever entity was there felt like, oh, there's, like, prolonged, you know, human entities in here, so now we're gonna start acting crazy. Like that's what I took from it, because it's like, okay, nothing really happened at first, like maybe a thing here or there, but they're not there that long. It's when they started actually sleeping there that it really like picked up.
And that's why this movie actually does remind me of Paranormal Activity, because it's that slow progression where, you know, small stuff's happening, a little bit bigger stuff, a little bit bigger, until it culminates at the end with the big disaster. You know, we start with small things like the clown head moving, or the clown pointing, or the mannequins moving, or strobe lights going off. Like, they're very small things, which if you look at them one at a time, they wouldn't be anything that would really make you want to leave. Whoa, you just flew into my face.
I was adjusting.
I love it. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so, you know, basically the big final reveal of the movie is the owner of the hotel. Here's a trigger warning right here. He ended up hanging himself. And basically bad things were happening to the occupants of the hotel. So by the end of the movie, we find out that they'd actually opened a portal to hell, like actual hell. And like these, like, how would you describe the men? They were like,
they're Death Eaters.
Yeah, they look like Death Eaters. They're basically just like men in black robes, like coming out of the portal. And like, gosh, there's a poor girl in the basement, and she's like chained up as part of the haunted house attraction. And if I was that girl, I'd be losing it. Like, it is not a fun situation.
She was losing it. She's like, no.
Mm-hmm. And so the good thing is, you know, I feel like throughout the movie, as things get progressively worse at the hotel, you know, they always kind of care about that girl's safety. They even made like a stopgap where they were going to hire an actor to sit in a clown suit downstairs in the basement with her so that girl would be safe. But I mean, yeah, the guy, yeah, I don't think he made it to the clown suit. And also, even if he did, you know, the portal with the Death Eaters, it was not going to happen.
Yeah, no, that wasn't happening.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't happening.
It wasn't.
But I noticed in this movie, like all their movies, that they did attach itself to Paul first.
Yeah.
Where it just like was really getting on Paul. I feel like movies do that a lot, especially this one, like movies like this, where they kind of attack like the weaker one probably, where they're like, which one is the easiest to, because like I feel like if it tried to do it to Alex or Mac, like it wouldn't happen. Like the other guys, it would not happen at all. Like they would be like, nah. But I feel like Paul was very,
he was skitsy, I think. He was like skittish.
Yeah, he was definitely a little bit of a believer. So he definitely he lost his mind first.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's a good time to just kind of do a little dive into the characters. So Alex is kind of the leader of the group. He's the one who brought everyone to the hotel. Sarah is his girlfriend. Mac is kind of his helper. He helps with any technical stuff or setting up any decorations. And Paul is their cameraman. And the way they kind of set up this found footage is Paul's going to be filming like a documentary of them setting up this house. So he's really the one who always has the camera and catches this stuff on film. But he's also kind of a sexist jerk. So I don't feel much sympathy for him when the ghosts start messing with him.
You forgot about Tony.
Oh, Tony.
There's another guy named Tony and Paul. Tony and Paul were I think the cameramen. And then his other friend, that was there with them. They had been friends like since it says it in the movie that they were friends since like they were boys basically. And then Paul was like one of his first hires. So
yeah. And I think that's why he kind of lets him get away with so much stuff, is because they're so close. But to be honest, I would not work with Paul. I would not work with Alex. I would not be in this situation.
No, I would not be in this situation at all.
But what would you say are some of your favorite kills or scares of the movie? I personally love when it shows the clown and he really thinks it's the actor and the clown is staring at him, and he turns around and turns back and the clown is staring at the basement, and then he leaves and comes back and the person who he thought was in the clown outfit is gone. and he sees the guy not in the clown outfit. And I just think that moment's like, it makes the movie. It's like, okay, there might be a little supernatural stuff going on here, you know?
No, my favorite like moment where I just like I feel like I personally started getting scared was, and it's not so much like scared because Doom likes to think I get scared a lot.
I like when you get scared.
It's just like moments of like, was when Paul is in bed and he's just kind of like you can tell he's scared, and then he's like breathing hard, and then there's like somebody in the room with him, like a girl, and he's just like freaking out, and you could hear it in the movie. It's where he's like like he is genuinely doing a good part where I'm like, how, first off, this guy is acting very good, because I would hyperventilate just trying to be scared.
I would ask her to leave my room.
Things like that will start to get to me because I have anxiety. So like stuff like that where I'm like, oh my God, this would freak me out. This would freak me out. And then that's when Paul gets kind of taken. And he starts like losing his mind, is because she's like right in front of his face at one point when he pulls the covers down. I'm like, oh hell no. And I think that's our biggest fear too as like little kids. This was like, there's something in the room, something in the room, and you like hide, and then you like peek and there's nothing there. You're like, oh thank God. But when he peeked, there was something there.
Yeah, there was definitely something there, unfortunately. Yeah, it's just, I feel like the whole film is just basically, the themes are like red flags, like ignoring the very obvious, like we should not be here, we should leave. And I think behind that, it's kind of like greed, because Alex was like, we're gonna make so much money, this is gonna be so successful, and he's willing to like ignore the strange things that are happening, and then to the next degree ignore what his friends are saying. Like, if you told me that we needed to leave somewhere, without a doubt I wouldn't even question you. We would leave, you know?
Yeah, him, and especially because like Sarah was not trying to leave either. It seemed like she wanted to, but she wanted to stand by him, so she was like, no, it'll be fine.
Yeah, that's when you break up with him. But you know, Sarah's she's a ride or die, so that's okay, I guess. Sarah. But yeah, so basically I feel like the nice thing about this movie is, I think when they first filmed it, they filmed it as like standalone, but you know, it was so well received that they continued making more about it. And I really think it has to do with like the looping nature of evil, that, you know, you can check in, but you can never leave. And so like the fact that these people check in and never leave bring more people to the hotel. And it's like, it's a cycle. It just keeps happening again and then again and again.
Yeah, people like that, like the can I survive kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah. So, would you survive?
Yes, because I wouldn't stay.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
no, I wouldn't.
I'd give it a chance, like a hot second.
No, no, not at all.
When would you leave exactly? What moment?
If I was okay, are we talking about? Would I go there as a participant with the people who are like the paying customer? Are we talking about would I survive then? Or are we talking about would I survive if I was one of the crew members?
Let's do both. Would you go to the haunted house, and would you go with the crew as like if you got hired?
So I would not go to the haunted house because there's no Yelp reviews on it. And I'm a Yelp review reader. I'd be like, no, I don't want to be the first person. One, I don't want to waste my money.
5 stars.
No, there was no stars on this. It was opening night ever. So no, I would be like, no, I wouldn't. That's not me. I'm not let me be the tester.
Yeah.
I'm not the tester for anything. Like even when there's grand openings, even if it's a restaurant that like is popular, I don't go there because I'm like, no, they don't have the food figured out.
Yeah, you gotta wait like a couple weeks.
They don't have the store figured out. Like even if you go to like a brand new Target, it's like there's still like some stuff where it's like, oh, you can tell like this is new. Like the people are new, they're not quite sure what to do. Like nobody has a hang of it on opening night. So would I survive the crew member part? I would dip out. Like so, I think I would.
Yeah.
I just like it just because I'm indigenous. I know I'm a potato, but in real life I'm indigenous. And so like I think I would walk in there and get these vibes and I'd be like, this isn't for me. Because I've done that in real life where I'm like, I've gone somewhere, I'm like, no, I'm leaving. Like
I fully support that. I feel like that's
I
great
don't think
survival
so.
instincts. Yeah. Oh man.
I'm like, no, my ancestors are calling out to me and they're saying, leave.
Don't go to the
I can
Abaddon
hear them in my
Hotel.
ear. Yes. And if I was to stay, I would not survive. I definitely wouldn't survive if I stayed. If I was like, let me see this out, because somebody was like begging me and offering me $1 million, no, I would die.
Yeah.
Everyone died.
I mean, there was like basically a zero survival rate for the cast members, at least in this film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are better off getting bit by a cobra and living than surviving as a crew member.
It's real bad. I mean, as a patron, you could have potentially gotten out, but I still think you might have been injured for sure.
You would have had to been at the end of the line, like you got there late because you stopped for like a Slurpee or something.
Ooh, what but
flavor then you
Slurpee?
Then you would survive that if you were the last person in line. But if you were that first person in line, they gone.
They gone. Just don't even think about that person anymore. They no longer exist.
And they even knew, they're like, is this supposed to be happening? Like at that moment too, like if I saw somebody run by me, I'm like, nah dude, I'm out of here. Somebody just ran. like there's a difference. You can know the difference between like, oh, I'm scared, and like genuine like this something is not right.
I mean,
and I also think I don't know, I have an advantage, I think, because I work in the medical field, that I'd be like, that's a different fear. I gotta go. I need the emergency room. I gotta get out of here. I need to leave too.
I mean, I feel like
Doom would be like, it's gonna be scary, let's just go. And I'd be like, no, you go.
No.
See you on the outside.
I think if it was a haunted house that had just popped up with no reviews, I would not go. Because I'm also a reviews girly. It has to be 4.5 to 5 stars. End of story. You know, I'm bougie like that. As a cast member, I feel like I for sure would like, you know, it'd be pretty cool to like work on a haunted house, you know? And I feel like the information that people died in the hotel wasn't shared with the crew until later on when they hired the female cast member who was going to be in the basement. So I feel like they were kind of tricked there. So I feel like I would be on the crew to do the haunted house, but then I would probably, like, as soon as I found out like shit is going down, I'd probably immediately say nope and then try to leave like halfway through the movie.
Yeah, no, I would.
Yeah.
And you could tell they want to leave.
No, yeah,
they want to leave so bad. Paul wants to
Alex.
leave.
He just
so
doesn't
bad.
care.
Yeah, no, Alex is like, oh, I just really want to make you see what I see. And they even say, he's like, money. Where it's like, okay, Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, like, I guess it's just so hard because I know so many people that don't believe in the paranormal. And so,
same.
You know, they're the type of ones who would like spit in the face of like strange things happening. And I feel like Alex is one of those people that I know. Whereas like you and me, we're a little more superstitious where, you know, if we get a bad vibe, we're leaving. So
yeah, I'm dipping.
I feel like, you know, this cast should have just been like, we're not doing this, Alex. Let's just try somewhere else. But I guess they were trying to be good friends and they wanted to make money as well.
Yeah, but also I think it's kind of what I said before, is they've been desensitized. Yeah. They've been desensitized to the other haunted places they went to, and maybe something strange happened there, but it was nothing super serious. And now they're in a place, and I think Alex was very greedy, but also probably was a little desensitized, because even, you know, after everything happens, there is a part where they're doing with the reporter, spoilers, just don't even, hopefully you never came back until you watched it, because just spoilers from here on out.
Massive spoilers.
Where the reporter is talking to Sarah because she gets out, or does she? And they go, her and somebody else goes in back into the hotel after they've removed the bodies and stuff. And see, like right then too, I'm like, what an idiot.
Yeah,
like I would never be, somebody was like, somebody died in there, I would never be like, ooh, let's go in there.
Yeah.
I think the only places that people go willingly, like, oh yeah, is like hospital rooms, which now you're gonna think about it because so many people die in hospital rooms, but you don't think about that because your loved one's in there. I think it's the only building where people willingly go into, like, with somebody they know somebody has probably died in that room.
I mean, I always bring this up with my friends as kind of an interesting thought. I feel like, you know, people pass away in hotels all the time. We don't see it, you know, they just add new sheets, change the bed, and people don't think about it because they don't see it. So anytime we're in a hotel, someone may have passed in that room. We don't know. But I do think the camera crew who were interviewing Sarah, they had that greed factor because Sarah said that she had tapes in her room. So they're like, yeah, we're going to get all the details now.
Yeah. Well, did she have some in her bag? Because they're like, we're going to take your bag.
Yeah. Yeah.
And go through it. Because the one guy goes through it while they're like gone, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
I forgot. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I forgot all the people's names. The only people I remember is Paul, Sarah, and Alex. And I knew there's 2 other people that I completely forgot their name. Tony and then the other person.
Yeah.
I don't even know if his name is Mac. Doom wrote Mac, but I'm like, sure. That sounds fine to me.
I could room in like Persephone. She'd be all right, yeah, Persephone was
okay, I knew. Okay, no, but if you were like, it's Eric, I'd be like, yeah, it's Eric.
Yeah, I mean, he's a minor character, so
yeah, like those 2 are minor. You hear them and you see them a lot, but it's really like Paul, Alex, and Sarah that are just really, you hear their names the most, I feel.
You do. And like, I was even thinking about it to myself now that I'm looking at my notes, you know, as to who has final girl energy, I don't think any of them do. Like,
what's final girl energy?
It's like, you know, like we were discussing in the beginning, we have that nerdy girl, and through the like trauma of the situation and the struggles of the horror movie, she becomes this strong, badass character who overcomes the horrors, you know.
So big dick energy.
Big dick energy. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say big dick energy because you could say that, I think.
I think we can. Hopefully. Maybe. We'll see.
The BDE.
We can always beep if we need to. But yeah, I don't think anyone had it. A, because spoiler alert, none of the cast members survive. And B, no one really was actively leaving. They were talking about leaving, but no one actually made the effort to try and get through the struggle.
No, they all had stupid energy.
Yeah, small energy.
They had small energy. They had tiny ball energy.
tiny energy.
TBE. Tiny ball energy. I don't want to think
about that. Oh, the mental image. No.
Little brazen ball energy. That's what they had. They had greed.
Yeah.
Greed factor 10.
Greed factor 10. And like, I'm okay with there being no BD energy or final girl energy. You know, I'm cool with that because I was happy with the ending. I felt like it wrapped it up as well it needed to for me.
I see that you put who definitely did not have it. Paul. You absolute disaster. He was a complete idiot.
You're reading my notes verbatim, no.
But did not let people know early on shit was going down. He kind of did, though. I think he was like very like, was that happening? Was that not happening? But Paul, he definitely, I don't know. I feel like
Paul is a disaster.
Paul's a guy's guy where, I don't know. It's kind of like how guys talk. I feel like Paul is definitely like
locker room talk.
Yeah, he is a locker room talk, but all the time. And he doesn't read the room of like, maybe I shouldn't because, you know, they're probably going to tell this girl and I'm not going to get laid. So he should have watched his mouth because he probably would have got laid more.
I mean,
And that's what he was
yeah.
about. He was after that the whole time. He's like, Alex doesn't want to share Sarah. And I'm like, bro.
Ew. Yeah. The whole time I just kind of like was toning him out. I was like, my God, man, please just be quiet. Like, he, I appreciate that he like alerted people when things were happening, but I feel like because of who he was, no one took him seriously.
Oh yeah, it would be like me. It'd be like me okay, so let me give you an example. Yesterday, I'm trying to play Fortnite with Smidgen. She comes in Discord. I see her bubble in Discord green, and I'm like, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. And I see her talking, and I had to say, this isn't like when I pretend I can't hear you and I can hear you. I really can't hear you. I feel like Paul's like me, where I'm like, I should be like, no, I'm being serious. Like,
yeah, like, yeah, you would have been doomed in this
maybe
movie.
that's why I felt a little bad for Paul.
Oh, I
Like,
felt
he was
no
kind of a
sympathy
butt.
for Paul. None.
I felt a little bad for Paul, and maybe that's why. Because I'm like, he was like, they were not believing him, but I get that because that happens to me in real life. People be like, "You're lying." I'm like, "I'm telling you the truth," and I'm like, "I'm not kidding. Is this because I play too much?" Like,
oh, but I know you don't play about ghosts, so I would believe you in that.
No, I don't play about that.
Yeah, you really don't play about ghosts or spirits or none of that.
I don't. I'm very indigenous that way, where I'm like, nah, dude, like, I don't whistle at night. If you whistle around me, I'll ask you to stop. And if you keep whistling, I will just leave. I'll be like, okay, well, I have to go because I've asked you and you want to keep whistling. And that's good for you. But I don't know. They're coming. They're going to come. I got to get out of here.
But also, who's just like randomly whistling? Like,
Mega whistles at night.
That's weird. I love you, Mega, but
I think he's just a whistler. He's just a whistler. He's like, he's a hummer. He's a whistler. And so, but when he's around me, like, he's actually really good. He'll catch himself.
Oh.
But yeah. But Mega would whistle at night. I had to be like, oh, can you not whistle at night?
I like that. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. So, no whistling at night. No sleeping in abandoned hotels. Do you got other lessons for this movie?
Yeah, you should just go with your gut instinct. If it says get out, and don't go to opening night of things.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Get those 5 stars, or at least 3.5. We can do 3.5. So, all right, how many splats would we give this movie out of 10?
You go first.
All right, it's near and dear to my heart. I do know there's problems with this film, but I would probably get it an 8 splats out of 10. 8
splats?
Mm-hmm.
I give it 7.5 splats. Whoa, what are you doing?
I'm writing down our splats. You said 7.5 out of 10?
Yes.
All right.
I'm back to the notes. I'm watching the notes as we go down, so I'm scrolling. But it's on Google Drive, so every time Doom types something, it starts moving. So I'm like, you're distracting me. I'm like, squirrel.
Oh no, it's all good. So we have 7.75 out of 10. I think that's pretty good. I think we'd recommend
7.5 out of 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do recommend, if you like found footage, to watch it. If you don't like paranormal like activity, don't watch this.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say
watch it. And it's very slow at first. It is very slow. It is very, what am I watching? It's one of those, hey, stick it out.
Yeah, I feel like if you're doing like a movie marathon, it's like a number 2 movie, not a 1. You don't start with this movie. It's like a follow-up movie. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Are we ready to end it? Let's do it. So guys, thanks for checking in.
Hold on, I have to make sure. Let's see.
Oh my God.
Okay, there's no lines for me. Go ahead.
Thanks for checking into the Abaddon Hotel with us. Check out before midnight or you might end up on the basement tape. So, I think the next movie we're gonna do is probably the second Hell House LLC, but we'll update you guys on that. We'll let you know. We're gonna be posting our socials down below, so feel free to check both of us out. Feel free to check out the channel, and I guess we'll say goodbye for now. Bye.
Wait, I have things to say. What the heck?
Go ahead.
We don't really have a schedule right now. I think we both need to figure that out. We need to figure out who's editing, how we're gonna do it, who's, you know. So, but also let us know if you want to see us do TV shows, because the dairy stuff is coming out.
I'm so hyped. HBO, let's go.
Yeah, so let us know if that's something you want to see, because we could do that as well, because that's weekly.
Also, if you have any horror movie suggestions, we would love that too.
Yes. Yes, if you have any horror movie suggestions, we are going to do the LLCs. We've been talking for only 40 minutes, just so you know. Normally we talk way longer than this.
Yeah.
So we could probably watch the movies and bust them out and just release them.
Yeah. I like that. That sounds good to me. Yeah.
But yeah. Look at our Twitches below down there. I don't have hands, but I'm pointing down. Our Twitches, our socials, and I'm ready to check out the hotel. It's been here long enough. It's starting to smell.
Yeah.
I think Hero farted in here. I can smell it.
That might just be sulfur coming from the portal, but we don't know. We don't know.
Oh my God. I'm gonna hang up. Get me out of here.
All right, bye.
Turn my TV off.
That's a lot of technologically savvy. Oh, no, that was not it. Boom! I did it. Okay. And then I'm gonna do it to me too. Okay, boom!
It's crazy. I think at the end of this, we should just imprint a piece of like what you did.
Small section.
Like just screenshot it and put it on the thing at the end.